hope you're doing well. Welcome to another YouTube video of mine. Today we're actually going to talk about something which is extremely important. This is something which differentiates between people who achieve their goals and who just do not achieve their goals. And that is, you read it from the title, that is self-discipline. Now, what exactly is self-discipline? It is something which actually helps us to push ourselves even when we are not feeling it, maybe emotionally, physically, or mentally. And the ability to overcome that feeling and do that work, to complete that task, to tick off that task from the to-do list, is something which shows that you have self-discipline. Now, what are the benefits of self-discipline? Of course, you can achieve your dreams, which is like the first benefit. Second, people who actually have issues with anxiety, they actually will benefit from self-discipline, because you are in charge, or you are in control of whatever is happening in your life. And of course, it is something which makes you happy because you follow a routine. So it makes you happy, it makes you healthy. So it is a great quality to have and to adopt. So today I am actually going to share 7 tips with you which will actually help you to be disciplined. So the first thing is, choose a goal. So whenever you choose a goal, make sure that it is a small goal, because we all have heard slow and steady wins the race. So slowly we'll start with smaller goals, and eventually we will increase the goals or the time frame of the goals, and that is how we'll be able to succeed it. Because initially, if you take up extremely big challenges, it will be very exhausting for you, so then you'll not be able to achieve anything. So better than that is, start with smaller goals and then keep on increasing your goal. Then the second most important thing, or the second tip, is find motivation. So whenever you have a goal, find out what is your motivation, why do you want to achieve that goal, and make sure that your motivation is something which is positive. Like suppose you want to start working out, so instead of having your motivation like, okay, I want to work out because I want to lose weight, you can actually write down the motivation like, I want to start working out because it will make me happier, healthier, and I'll be fit. So attaching this positive motivation to your goals is extremely important, because then your mind will actually think in a different way. It will not look at it as a burden, but start thinking about it as something which is extremely going to be beneficial for you. So it will be easier for you to keep on doing that habit or that goal again and again. Then the third tip is, identify the obstacles, or replace your old habits with the new one. Often whenever we are actually trying to be disciplined, we are actually trying to replace an old habit with a new habit which is actually gonna be better for us. So whenever you're doing that, sometimes we don't have time. Like suppose I want to read a book, and I'm like always complaining that, okay, I don't have time to read a book because I have so much work and all. So at that time, what you can actually do is, before sleeping, or something which actually what I do is, before sleeping I always usually used to scroll on social media, Instagram and all. So now, instead of doing that, I have replaced my that scrolling habit with reading a book, or reading one chapter in that book. So here I am actually recognizing what my obstacle is, which is scrolling on social media, and replacing that old habit or that old obstacle with something which is beneficial for me. So similarly, go through your routine and find out where can you fit such times. And suppose you do not have any of your whole old habit which is actually taking a lot of time of your day at that time, and if your goal is to read a book, you can actually download ebooks in your mobile phones, or just take a novel and put it in your bag, and wherever you're going, whenever you're traveling, suppose you're having lunch or you're having breakfast, you can just read one chapter. Or even if you cannot complete one chapter, just start with like 10 chapters a day, and at least start your habit like that. Then the fourth tip which I have is, often we see a big task in front of us which we want to complete, which is probably going to take you ages to complete, and then we just put it off and put it off and put it off, and this just goes on and on and on. So instead of that, just instead of constantly telling yourself that okay, this task is going to take me 2 hours and now I have to spend 2 hours or like an hour or whatever, you actually just say that, you know what, I'm just going to do this task for like 10 minutes, or let's say like 15 minutes, and after that I'm not going to do it. And when I actually do this, what happens is, in those 10-15 minutes I get in the swing of it, in the mood of it, so I tend to complete that task. And even supposingly I end up not completing the task, and after 15 minutes I decide to just stop it, so at least for the next time, now I know that I have already done like 1/4 of that task, so I just have 3/4 remaining, so I have reduced my burden. So it will help you. So instead of thinking that okay, I want to complete this task in that 1 hour and it is gonna, what, I don't have energy, just start with like the task for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then see what you want to do. Then the fifth tip, if I'm not wrong, yes, the fifth tip is, put your goals where you can see them. So what I actually do is, I actually write down my goals in a notebook. Okay, and I, every day morning when I do my affirmations, which I'll open my journal, and in my journal I put down all my goals. So like this, I know what I want to do. I constantly remind myself that I have to do it, so it helps me. Suppose if you have a whiteboard, you can actually write it down on a whiteboard and put it beside your bed, or put it on a wall, and that is something which will really help you. And I am actually going to make a template on like an Excel sheet, and if possible I'll attach in the description box below, so that you can actually fill it in like your laptop or computers, and put that sheet in your mobile phone, and every day morning or whenever you have time, just go through all the goals that you want to do, and so that it's on like your fingertips and you'll never forget about it. Now the sixth is, track your goals or track your habits. So as I have already mentioned in the previous videos, in my journals I like to have a habit tracker, because that helps me to be in track, to be in check, or to be aware, or about what all of the days that I've missed and how many days have I done it, so what can I do to improve it, and then I can analyze it, because in the end of the month, at the end of the month, it is very difficult for you to, excuse me, I'm so sorry, it is very difficult for you to remember what all you have missed and why you have missed. So it is better to have a habit tracker, so that it's just there and you can analyze it and you can make changes in your routine accordingly. Last but not the least is, celebrate your successes, celebrate your achievements. Suppose you do a goal for 15 continuous day, then give yourself a treat, give yourself a chocolate, or give yourself a movie or an episode or an extra episode, or just buy something small for yourself. Like this, it is actually going to keep you motivated, and you will stay motivated, and you will be inspired to achieve it much more. So that's it, guys. That's all about today's video. It's a short and sweet video about self-discipline, so make sure you follow all the tips and be organized.